Hello everyone. Let me make sure to come back on camera. I've been enjoying the presentations thus far. I'm Zaida, and I work as SCI-Arc's first Director of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. My background is not in architecture. It is in African history, African American studies, and cultural anthropology. I've worked over a decade in higher ed, and the legal field. So I want to thank all of you for having me. Let's get into it with the next slide. So in the face of the 2020 Black Lives Matter movement that we all remember, SCI-Arc recommitted itself to making sure that our school's doing right by our students, our employees, and local communities who've been excluded from architecture and design. And in a uniquely LA context, that means paying special attention to removing those structural barriers for people who are not just Black, but Indigenous, Hispanic, Latinx, API, multiracial, LGBTQ, women, veterans, and people with disabilities. So we've also recommitted to giving everyone the tools they need to understand and support each other across their identities. So here's a really quick snapshot of just some of what we've been able to achieve since those conversations and reflections. And I want to frame our approaches to these actions as moving in the spirit of humility, accountability, and partnership. One of the first highlights is that we committed to hiring skilled experts in DEI and community engagement to guide us through these post-pandemic environments. You'll also notice substantial investments in scholarships and funding specifically for SoCal students from those underrepresented backgrounds. And in terms of shifting our culture of molding the next generation of architectural thinkers, we've developed accountability assessments to review how each person in their role supports our students and local communities. We're also really excited by our new partnership with SoCal National Organization of Minority Architects, SoCal NOMA, as well as our research partnerships with Tiny Town, which is a housing project for unhoused women and children in LA. I'm also really proud of our Pando Days, which are focused on research projects where students develop housing proposals for Skid Row. And of course, we're working hard to support the new students that we've enrolled through those equity and inclusion scholarships by creating some new mentoring programs to ensure that their transition to SCI-Arc is going well, that they know how to successfully navigate the field of architecture, while we're also bolstering those scholarships to recruit even more students from Southern California. We are quickly approaching our 50th anniversary here at SCI-Arc, which is a really big deal. And our director and CEO, Hernan Diaz Alonso, continuously reminds us that architecture is an act of optimism. And with that, we will continue to assess and readjust to build these new environments that are sustainable, that are fair across LA and beyond. I welcome your partnership in these efforts. Thank you all.